Welcome back to the channel, folks. I'm your host, Fog. Thank you for joining another episode here on Battle Gamers. And today, it's New Release Thursday. Yes, that's the weekly day that usually you'll see a new game come from Arcade1Up for the Infinity game table. Today, it was very early. It was actually 6 a.m. They put Mancala up on the store, we'll call it, which is what they call it. And Mancala, I've never played this game before. This was something I got a chance to mess around with early this morning because, like I said, it was available around 6. It seems like a fun game. It actually seems like there's some strategy to it in the same way that, you might have in checkers or chess. And there's also a component of slight, not Sudoku, but that type of mathematical contemplation, I guess you would say. I don't know what you'd say in that. Figuring in how many moves, how many spaces, how much you can get in and maximize your score. Under the settings, you've got how to play, you've got your dashboard icon, you've got your sound effects and your music toggles that you can mess with, but that's about it. In terms of this, it's a 1 to 2 player game. If I've just played the easy version of the 1-player game, but if I played 2-player game, you would be able to choose, multiple different colored stones, I guess you would call them. I'm just going to go with the standards here. And in this, now there's probably somebody that's a Mancala expert, right? But not for me. And the way I've found to play is these are my stones down here. These are the competitor stones. The indicator of the numbers below each stone is how many are in, I would take each little tray. And what you're trying to do is fill up your tray at the end. And how you do that is the stones make their way around. And as you pick like this one here, this will drop a stone into my holding pen. And then another stone will drop into the competitor's tray. So they kind of make their way around, and as many as you can get into that holding pen based upon the strategy of numbers is how you win. So for example here, I'm going to put 1 in, so I've got 1 point. They've done the same, we had kind of a similar idea. But now you see as they go around, they've chosen this one, which had 4 or 5. I think it had 5 here. It went 1, so basically it took 0, there would be none left. 1, so they dropped 1 in here. 2, 3, 4, 5 is how that ended up. So there's 1 extra stone in my tray now, but if I tap on that, it only moves over to the next tray. And as far as I'm aware, if you do not get 1 in each round into your scoring tray, you actually then give the other opponent a free turn in that case, because you didn't make a score on it. So for example, here, I've got 5 stones. I know that if I hit this one, I'm going to drop 1 stone in the scoring tray, and the rest will go into theirs. So then it starts to become a strategy of, okay, well, I know I have 6, and I can make 1 in for that, so I'm going to do that. Now, this is not the winning strategy, let's say that. This is just the Greg strategy of how to score here. 7, I'm going to do that. Now it becomes a little trickier, right? Like, I'm not going to get something almost exactly in there. I can't do 1, I can't do 2, I can't do 3. I could do 5, 9, 8 will make a score for me. So I'm going to just choose to go with 5 here. We'll just go back around. CPU will do the same. Again, I'm kind of building up in the back here, so I'm hopefully going to get some that'll give me enough to get in there. But I'm going to show you one that if I don't score, what happens. So I'm going to hit 2. I didn't score, but I did seize whatever was in there. Here, I believe if I fill 1 up there, I'll seize that. So that'd be 1, 2, 3. I think I might seize 1 or 2 again. So those 2. Okay, CPU. Here, for example, I'm not going to do that. So now the CPU gets a turn. I get a turn again. It's a little bit, again, not clear to me on the entire strategy. Just giving everybody the idea of what the game looks like. I'm sure, again, there are strategists out there, Mancala experts that know how to play this game far better than I do and the best way to score. Because right now we're even, 10 Well, I've got 11. They're going to have 10. I got 16 now because I was able to capture some more. I think I'm getting lucky in a lot of these cases, I can tell you that. So we'll do one more here. I'm not going to play the full game out because it does take a little bit of time. I am really interested in learning this. I think this, and I do believe it's, I want to say it's an Infinity or an Arcade1Up game that they've had somebody make for the Infinity game table. I'm not 100% certain on that, but I do like this. This is very cool. I could see playing this. This takes a little bit more thought. It's definitely something that's going to keep me a little bit more focused. I can play the CPU. I can play the, my wife or my son, a 2-player game. I think this is a really good game. I think this is very much worth it. I like this a lot, actually. And the only thing I could say that's a downside is there's no online play. Again, their online mechanism for bringing people together to play is very, very far from being perfected. It's almost somewhat unusable if you don't know who you're playing against, right? If you can't call them to set the game up, or you can't message them, you're not going to be able to just play random people, which is the most of the time who you're playing, because there's very few people I know that have this outside of like some YouTubers that I just know because I don't know them personally. I know them because they have put a video out. Outside of that, I think the online play on this thing is quite useless at this point in time. I think they could improve it. I believe that they will probably make an attempt. I'm waiting to see. I'm not going to be judgmental on it, but right now it's basically unplayable in terms of online play. And I think we've talked about that a little bit in the past. So that's it. Just want to give everybody a kind of an overview and look at the new game that released this week for the new release Thursday. I think it's great. I really like this one. I'm going to play this a lot because I want to get better at it. It definitely is my type of game for this device. And that's all. We are doing a stream again tonight. I know that I talked about that last Thursday. We are going to do another stream tonight. This Thursday, that's Brooks and I doing the weekly Fogcast. And we're going to be covering some games. We're going to be talking game news. Please join us. Check it out. We love having people come in, talking to everybody. It's just more along the lines of a 2-hour show that we do where we do news, talk about the industry, and then we play, a new game or a game that everybody's kind of looking at or interested right now. Mostly it's for current gen systems or PC or newer. So you're not going to see retro stuff there, but we do like to look at everything here on the channel and hope you'll join us. We always appreciate it. Other than that, give this video a like if you enjoy these each week. That helps me know to do more. I appreciate everybody watching them. It's always good to know like what's coming out for this table, and I think it's a positive for it to let people know there are new games coming out each week. Maybe not a lot, but overall, if we looked at the average of the total games out there, they're doing more than one a week right now. There's some big ones still to come, like Clue. I think Clue, I'm guessing, and this is just a guess, I'm guessing that we're going to see that within a week or two of Halloween or on Halloween. It definitely makes sense to have that game for that. It kind of has that spooky scenario, and they need to space out these bigger releases, I have to imagine, because they're not going to have a ton of those until they've gotten more deals in place. So we're going to see games like this, but this is a great game. This is a really, really fun game. I enjoyed this. So thanks again, folks. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about it. And definitely, if you haven't give us a subscribe. We want to see you come back, check out other content here on the channel. Other than that, have a great day. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.